What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are back with Dana White's Contender Series Week 3 of Season 10. Headlined by Bellamir versus Alex Apodaca. Apodaca. Um, I had to rewatch this all this morning because I missed this main event and the co-main. I watched everything else before I had to leave. But I'm just going to talk about everything and who got signed and how I think it all went. So obviously the big story of this is that Bellamir, who was a minus 6,000 favorite, got her wig pushed back. Not only was she the biggest underdog in Contender Series history, I think she was the biggest favorite like ever in combat sports history. Um, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And what I saw while watching this fight was round one. Okay, so she can grapple a little bit. She kind of fights just like her dad, um, where she just did not look comfortable on the feet at all. She looked like she didn't know what to do when she was on the feet. Um, and Apodaca just literally put belt to ass after round one. I gave round one to Bellamir. Everything else moving forward, it was straight belt to ass. Um, it just she didn't seem comfortable on the feet. She didn't seem like she. This level of competition was too much, and I'm sick of this because all I heard all week was the glaze of Bellamir. Bro. She's been trying to get signed to the UFC for years, bro. And Dana White said that he would put her on the Contender Series if she graduated college, bro. So she would come home on winter break and she would do like jiu-jitsu tournaments and striking tournaments and she would win them all, bro. Bro. She's really good, bro. She's gonna win. She's gonna be a UFC champion, bro. You don't even understand, bro. She is so good. And she came out here and round one, I was like, you know what? She doesn't look very good. I mean, she won that round. She doesn't look very good. She just barely got one takedown, um, and didn't really. Her striking doesn't look very good. Like, am I crazy? And then, no, bro. Trust me, bro. She's gonna get this one done. And then halfway through round two, when she's getting her wig pushed back, I was like, they shouldn't sign either of these people. And they did sign Alex Apodaca after this fight, after she won by unanimous decision. I think only because of how much of a favorite Bellamir was. I think if this was like pick'em odds and she would have won, there's no chance they would have signed her. I was really like, I can't be impressed when you beat somebody who really hasn't competed at anywhere near this level and looked terrible and only was favorited because her dad was a very prominent UFC fighter. Okay, if Bellamir was not, her last name was Weinstein, if it was Bella Weinstein and Alex Apodaca goes out there and puts belt to ass, you'd go, wow, both these chicks just I don't know, man. Neither gal looks too good at this. I don't know. But because her dad is Frank Mir, it's like, dude. Let me tell you, bro. Dude, trust me, bro. She is so freaking good, bro. And she didn't look great. And she got destroyed. Whoever put money on Alex Apodaca, congrats on the huge payout. Um, I think I might just start putting like $1 on these huge underdogs like this because the payout's got to be good at some point. Yeah, they signed Alex Apodaca to the UFC. I don't really understand why. I feel like, especially this episode, there were a couple fights where I think just because they won, Dana White was like, man, you went out there and you won this fight. Come on, buddy. Welcome to the UFC. And I think a good example of that is this second fight here with Mario Pizon versus Guilherme Uriel. And Uriel wins this by literally doing nothing. Welcome back, Paddy Pimblett, Benoit Saint Denis, except even easier for Guilherme Uriel. Fight starts. Pizon shoots a takedown immediately, gets locked up in a guillotine, and Uriel just keeps cranking it, pulling it up, standing guillotine choke, submits him almost instantly. It's like, okay, well, that was it. That was very and Dana White did like talk about it. He's like, bro, you've beaten everybody with these crazy records, and you're 8-2. Welcome to the UFC, buddy. And they sign Guilherme Uriel. Maybe it's because the heavyweight division is so shallow and they have nobody, but not much to talk about here. He just cranked a nasty guillotine on him. Yes, it was awesome when Paddy Pimblett did it to Benoit Saint Denis, only because Benoit Saint Denis is a Rogues Gallery member of the channel, and I really do not like him. That was awesome, but were we surprised that that happened? This is like the same thing, but not at like at that high level where you're like, oh, I'm not trying to demean or shame Uriel for cranking this nasty guillotine on this guy immediately. If anything, that was great. You took advantage of this guy who shot out a takedown. That was sloppy immediately. But I just don't understand getting signed to the UFC for that immediately. Um, I think something. I don't know. I feel like you have to on the Contender Series. I think you have to show out like crazy. You have to either starch somebody like crazy, like a Bilal Hassan, or um, that fight at the last week, the Fazal guy getting KO'd. That fight, you're like, that guy needs to be signed. The UFC would be good if this guy was in it. Like the UFC would gain something from signing this guy. I think I just need to see one more thing. Uriel, I'd like to see him fight soon because he took zero damage. Nothing happened. He just subbed this guy immediately in the heavyweight division in a UFC fight, so I can go, okay, I've actually seen him fight now because I didn't see a fight. Is what I'm trying to say. But Guilherme Uriel gets signed to the UFC for this. Congratulations. I need to see something. I need to see a fight in order to really cast my judgment. Um, moving on, Gary Bellato versus Sean Clancy Jr. Sean Clancy Jr. looked really good. His speed was outstanding, and I think his timing and his shot selection were really great, especially in round one. He was able to just find these clean counters and wait for these perfect moments to throw up a knee to the head, teep to the body, just finding those perfect moments. Um, which the one thing that I would like to say, on commentary they were talking about it as well. My chair is so squeaky. That I kind of wanted to see some combinations from Sean Clancy Jr., but I don't think he needed to, because then round two starts and he immediately gets the takedown, and there was a moment where you're like, Bellato's kind of get the reversal here. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Clancy Jr. gets on top, gets full mount, and just rains elbows on him. And they had to call the fight because Bellato was smashed open. So didn't need to show off. I'm excited to see how this guy fights in the UFC. Welterweight is a division of absolute killers, so I'm excited to see who they put him against. I would like to. I think his game is good, but I'm looking forward to seeing him improve. Is what I'd like to say. Again, I'd like to see some combinations. You can be a counter striker, but sometimes guys go out there and play that game with a counter striker where they just don't throw anything. Think about, Hitler incarnate, Michael Venom Page, just standing out there, feinting at range and popping one jab every 5 minutes and winning the round on that. So, yeah, but that not to say Sean Clancy Jr. is anywhere near that guy. But Sean Clancy Jr. looked really good. His shot selection, his speed, and his timing were impeccable in round one. And round two got the easy takedown and smashed Gary Bellato and gets signed to the UFC. So, good for him. Absolute smashing. Good shit, my man. Ronald Humphrey versus Alexis. Bro, your name is Alexis, bro. Alexis Miranda. Um, Humphrey looked good. And Miranda, I'll say, was throwing everything into these shots. And I will give him credit because he did mix up his shots really well. But I just don't think I don't know, man. Dude, I liked his body work. He landed a lot of good shots to the body. But he was just missing so much. He was just winging these shots. And Humphrey just took advantage of that and was just able to just beat the brakes off him. Dropped him with a straight punch. Gets on top of him. By the way, every opportunity he wanted to for the most part, Humphrey was able to just shoot a double leg, single leg, and topple Miranda down. But smashes him open him on the ground and then chokes him out. And Miranda was a bloody mess. Gets the rear naked choke in round one. Good win. I think this was a good fight. This was an awesome fight. It was bloody. A lot of these fights were quick. This was a quick one. Um, and he gets signed to the UFC. So another welterweight, welterweight, just killer. So I'm excited to see where he goes and where this leads. And then the last fight, or the first fight of the night, was Carlos Petru Petruzella versus Nick Galante. And Nick Galante shoots in a takedown, gets to the clinch, and immediately just throws hands and knocks him out. Immediately. Just out cold. Lands some ground and pound, fights over, gets signed to the UFC. So, yeah, I mean, that was a crazy way to open the show. So everybody that got signed were Galante, Humphrey, Clancy Jr., Uriel, and Apodaca. Everybody that won got signed. I think we need to chill out on that a little bit. But this was entertaining. I wish I could have watched it live, but I had to watch it back. But that's okay. But yeah, man, I was impressed by a couple of these wins, but again, a couple of them I really wish I could have seen a little bit more. Um, but that's not even on their fault. You beat somebody, so who cares? Yep, it was another good week. Contender Series again, not a lot to break down. So many of these fights ended in round one. And then the main event, obviously, just I don't know, chick fight, but huge upset, crazy stuff. Um, I'll post tomorrow for today's Wednesday. I'll post tomorrow or early Friday afternoon. No, I'll post tomorrow. I'll post tomorrow my predictions for the UFC Shanghai card. That's this weekend, and I will be waking up at 3 a.m. to watch the prelims because I do want to see Kevin Borjas get smoked by Ray Saruya. So look forward to that. I know everybody's really excited for that. So, thanks for watching. Yeah, man. Look forward to that. Look forward to the recap of UFC Shanghai. Let's go, Song Yadong. We hate Umar Nurmagomedov. And let's go for it. And see ya. Bye.